There is no sound here, miles below the sun. There is only the immense, crushing quiet of the deep. And in the darkness, there is a pulse. A living rainbow. It moves with a rhythm that seems impossibly serene. A cascade of light, refracting in blues, greens, and reds. This is not a creature of speed or aggression or terror. It is a living meditation, a Ctenophore, or comb jelly. We are often taught to fear this realm. To see it as a place of monstrous forms and jagged teeth. But what if the deep's primary export is not fear, but a profound, almost alien sense of peace? What if the adaptations required for survival at this depth produced not just monsters, but some of the most ethereal and beautiful art in the natural world? We are searching for an antidote to the noise of the surface. We believe the most effective sanctuary lies hidden in the abyss. Now, let's dive into the data and uncover the reality hidden in the deep. When we send our robotic avatars into the bathyal and abyssal zones, we are bracing for impact. Our culture has trained us to expect the anglerfish, the viperfish, the dragonfish. We search for the grotesque because the grotesque is what we remember. But the ROV lights scan the darkness, and the first things to emerge are almost never monsters. But the ROV lights scan the darkness, and the first things to emerge are almost never monsters. They are fragile. This is Lampoctaeus, a comb jelly that defines elegance. It hangs in the water column, a deep velvety red. Unlike its cousins, it doesn't dazzle with refracted light. It absorbs. Its color is a form of stealth, a crimson cloak designed to mask the bioluminescent glow of the creatures it has eaten. It is not a predator of speed, it is a slow, methodical, and beautiful harvester. We drift deeper, past the familiar. This is not one animal. We are looking at a Siphonophore, a colonial organism. It is a they, not an it. Thousands of individual specialized bodies, called zooids, are linked together. Some digest, some provide movement, others are weapons, all working as one single, elegant, and impossibly long entity. It is a living community, a floating city of specialized parts, drifting with a grace that defies its own complexity. This is an organism that exists on the boundary between a single creature and a complex society. Then we see this. A perfect spherical explosion of delicate filaments. It's known as the dandelion Siphonophore, and it is an ambush predator. But it hunts by waiting. By being beautiful and still, its tentacles spread like a living net of glass. We have, for decades, curated the wrong exhibition. We have focused on the teeth, the jaws, the aggression. We missed the gallery. The deep sea is not a cabinet of horrors. It is a museum of living, moving, gelatinous sculpture. These creatures are not rare. In the mid-water, this gelatinous, delicate life is the dominant life. The monsters are the outliers. This serene, slow-moving art is the norm. And it forces us to ask a fundamental question. Why? Why, in a place of such extreme pressure and scarcity, is the dominant form of life so ethereal? To understand this serenity, we must first understand the physics of the environment. Down here, water is everything. It is the support structure, the medium of travel, and the primary threat. At these depths, the pressure is immense, hundreds of times greater than at the surface. A rigid body with gas-filled cavities, like ours, would be crushed instantly. So nature abandoned the skeleton. Gelatinous tissue is mostly water. It is incompressible. By matching the density of the surrounding ocean, these creatures achieve neutral buoyancy effortlessly. They do not fight the water. They become the water. This allows for the evolution of forms that would be impossible anywhere else. Delicacy is not a weakness here, it is efficiency. Consider the movement of the Ctenophore. It does not use muscular jet propulsion like a squid or a jellyfish bell. It uses cilia, tiny hair-like structures beating in coordinated waves. It is the largest animal on Earth to move using cilia. This movement is nearly silent hydrodynamically. It creates no turbulence, no wake that a predator might sense. And the light, the mesmerizing rainbow effect we see, is pure physics. Diffraction.
Diffraction.
The cilia are spaced so precisely that they act as a diffraction grating. They shatter the white light of our ROV into its component spectrum. It is accidental art, born of structural perfection. But not all light here is accidental. Bioluminescence is the language of the deep, and it is spoken with chemical precision. Luciferin reacts with oxygen, catalyzed by luciferase. This is cold light, almost 100% efficient, wasting almost no energy as heat. Compare that to a standard light bulb, which wastes 90% of its energy as heat. In an environment defined by scarcity, where every calorie is a battle, this efficiency is critical. But why use it? Why glow in the dark? For the Atolla jellyfish, it is a burglar alarm. When attacked, it strobes violently. It screams with light, illuminating its attacker to attract an even larger predator. It turns the darkness into a weapon, using visibility to summon the police. Yet for others, light is camouflage. Counter-illumination. Many deep-sea creatures have photophores on their undersides. They match the faint, downwelling light from the surface, erasing their own silhouette. They disappear by glowing. This is the paradox of the abyss. The most beautiful displays, the pulsing rainbows, the strobing blue rings, the shimmering cloaks, are survival mechanisms. They are engineering solutions to the problems of pressure, darkness, and hunger. We perceive them as hypnotic, calming, even spiritual. But biologically, they are ruthlessly efficient machines. And perhaps that is where the true beauty lies. This is not decoration, this is function, refined over millions of years until it looks like magic. The stress relief we feel watching them is a recognition of this perfection. In our chaotic world of noise and inefficiency, we are witnessing a system where nothing is wasted, where every flash of light and every ripple of a fin has a profound existential purpose. The physics of the deep demands serenity. Energy is expensive. To rush is to die. So life here moves with a calculated slowness. It drifts, it waits, it conserves. And in that conservation, it creates a spectacle that calms the human mind. Simply because it is so perfectly at rest within its world. This mastery of conservation is what we perceive as elegance. It is the only adaptation that makes sense in a world of such profound limits. Consider the open midwater. There is no ground, there are no walls, there is no reef, there is nowhere to hide. In this vast three-dimensional desert, any solid, opaque object is a target. So how do you survive? You surrender your form. You become transparent. This is a glass squid, and it is a masterpiece of subtraction. Its body is a living window, offering no silhouette for a predator to lock onto. Even its digestive gland, one of the few opaque parts, is often covered in reflective mirror-like cells called iridophores. It uses light to erase itself from view. And its movement, it is not the high-speed jetting of its shallow water relatives. It is a slow, hypnotic rhythm of fins, a gentle undulation that propels it with minimal effort. This is not a creature in a hurry. It is a creature that has mastered the art of not being noticed. Music. Music. We see this solution again and again. On the seafloor, we find what looks like a flower bent in the current. The Venus flytrap anemone. It is profoundly beautiful, its form echoing a plant from our own world.